Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and another episode of Miniatures Monday. And yeah, it is that time again. We have finished yet another model car challenge build. This one was hosted by Slowbird and it was called Motor Madness. It was all about either engine swap or making something with as nicely detailed of an engine as you can. So here are the results here on the Grassroots Motorsports magazine forum page. Gunsta started working on this 29 Ford pickup that actually was looking really cool. Don't know what happened with the stalled progress, but hopefully he finishes it up in the next round. So for those of you that have been following along or building along with us, this week and next week we're taking off. 2 weeks off completely. We are going to come back on, let me pull up the calendar here, Sunday the 21st. That's going to be the 2 week mark. We're going to start a 2 week build on basically the apocalypse. And the idea is you either build an apocalypse car, Mad Max style or whatever, or pull something from the apocalypse of doom that is your unfinished build pile and finish it up. So that's going to be the theme the next time, but again, that's not starting until the 21st. We are taking a well-deserved 2 weeks off after 9 weeks straight of model building and 4 different challenges. So anyway, Gunsta will have an opportunity to officially finish that one up if he doesn't want to do it in the next couple of weeks. But the gold color was looking cool. VW Corvette, speaking of finishing up builds, this is the one that we've been following since the very, very first build. In fact, I think he started this build before I even started the first challenge. It's a super custom C3 Stingray Corvette with a Targa top that has opening doors, and then the whole chassis is a C4. And I mean the whole chassis. There is not... it's not a suspension swap onto a C3. It is literally, he took a C4 chassis and figured out how to mount a C3 body to it. It's got a big block in it. He cut the doors open, made all the hinge mechanisms by hand. The thing turned out awesome. And there it is with the Targa top off and the door open. And you can see it has the full C4 interior as well. So that is a really awesome build. I was super happy to see that one done. Next, Ben B did this really nice engine in the Toyota race car here, Le Mans Racer. The 88 CV. Turned out really nice. He ended up having to glue the rear engine cover down because of poor fit, or at least he claimed he was going to. I'm not sure if he actually went through it or not, but you could see the engine turned out really nice. You've got the twin turbochargers, one on each side here, a couple of wastegates on each, the intercoolers up front. Just a really, really fantastic build. Continuing on, we've got Claff. He did this 53 Ford Crown Victoria, like Street Machine sleeper style. You can see it's got a set of Kragers on it, but otherwise the body's pretty much all stock. You should have the door handles and a couple other pieces of chrome, painted it the school salmon color. And then inside, it's got a full tilt NASCAR small block in it, like the whole nine. Wish I had pictures of the exhaust system on this to share, because it has the NASCAR pipes in it still. In fact, you could see them poking out there. Really cool looking. All right, Turner X19 did this Nash Healy. Excuse me. He put a AMC V8 in it from a Javelin Trans Am model, painted it Florida green. Did all the piping in there by hand. It's on a really nice Panasports. Again, really, really cool build. And then there's mine. This is the Mazda Rx-7 I did. It's an SA22C first-gen Rx-7 with a custom 4-rotor that VW Corvette actually sent to me. It's from a 70s MPC model kit. You can see it is definitely not stock anymore. It has a turbocharger and a bunch of other stuff. And we are going to showcase that when we're done talking about the build here. However, we can't miss Slowbird. Oh, yeah, here's all the pictures of my RX-7. You can go look at the thread if you want to see those. But I am looking for Slowbird's Ranger. I don't know why he didn't put it in his own wrap-up. Here we go. So he took a Ford Ranger and swapped in an SHO V6, custom built a roll cage. Check out the shifter here with the lightning holes drilled in it. There's the roll cage in there. He built it to be like a custom road race type truck. There's the SHO engine there, looking really cool in there. The setback on that thing is wild. But yeah, that's what our host did. Really cool purple color. Did this nice Ranger. I really liked it. I wish he would have put it in the recap, but that's okay. I actually wanted to go through some more of these detail photos, and like the last ones, we didn't get as many models entered this time around. I think a combination of fatigue setting in, and also the onus on engine swaps or motor madness might have reduced our numbers, so I wanted to spend more time actually looking at the models. That Healy, this has got to be one of my favorites of all the builds over the last 9 weeks. It turned out really, really, really nice. Carbon fiber chassis stuff. Looking at the next build, I swear we had more in progress pics from more people in here showing what they were doing. Yeah, there's the Healy being built. Got the spare tire in there and everything. So that's from one of the Donahue Trans Am Javelin kits. He had parted one out years ago and kept the motor in trans for something that turned out really cool. Yeah, here's Claff putting the Crown Vic together. Is there a picture of the... No, it must be on the other page. You got the exhaust system from the bottom somewhere. There's Ben B putting the Toyota together. That shot of the engine. Claff's final... Here we go, Claff's final photos. Maybe. Yeah, check this out. Look at the custom headers he did here into the NASCAR exhaust with the crossover pipe and everything. I bet in real life a car like that would be an absolute riot. That thing looks awesome. Again, another one of my favorite builds of the whole 9 weeks. The color, the stance, the wheels, the engine, the whole thing is just cool. And there it is with his El Camino from last time. So yeah, that's the results of what went on, and I wanted to give you a closer look at my RX-7 itself. So this was a completely custom build. I started with the Revell Monogram SA22C first gen RX-7 that's completely stock, and basically threw everything but the body away. The chassis is a completely custom unit. It's a random Pro Street floorboards and tubs that I had laying in my parts box from I don't even know where, and then everything else is custom built. So custom built rear forelink, the 9-inch Ford rear end, the engine mounts and all that, the front suspension, everything is custom. It has a Linko planetary transmission in it, and then a 3D printed turbocharger. You can see the turbocharger right there, the silver and iron thing there with a little bit of bronze in the middle. I printed that on my Ender 3 3D printer. I used carbon fiber decals from Tamiya to make the tubs and the floor pans and everything look carbon fiber, even the drive shaft. That was everything underneath. Body-wise, I had to radius the rear wheel wells to get the really gigantic tires to fit in there, but still look stock. I shaved the door locks. Oh, hey, Shadow. Everybody say hi to Shadow. Shadow has new friends. There's Cheese. Mac is around here somewhere. Oh, there's Mac. Say hi to Mac, Cheese, and Shadow. Anyways, but yeah, so I custom did the roll cage is almost all sprue. And then I've got the seat in there, dashboard with a digital dash on it, and attack. You see the Linko shifters, and then being Motor Madness and an engine swap with the 4-rotor, I went whole hog in there. You can see I made it look like a billet 4-rotor unit. It's got a couple of blow-off valves here, mechanical fuel pump over there. You can see the engine management computer over on the firewall, the turbocharger down there with the boom pipe. And then it has an air-to-water intercooler system, so you can see it's got 4 individual throttle bodies, and then this plenum here, it's got a little fitting in the back, and it's designed to look like it's got a like a tube-style air-to-water intercooler in it, and then the ice tank is in here with some lines. You can see the lines there running toward the dashboard. I got a little radiator in there with the upper hose and the radiator cap and all that, so put all the details in it I could. Inside I used the stock dashboard top half. I cut away the bottom part and the center console and all that. But typically the race cars like this have a pseudo stock looking dash like that. And that's the whole build. So you got the twin parachutes on there and the huge wheelie bars and all that. So made it look like a really awesome drag car. The color is a deep purple metallic from Tamiya out of a spray can. So yeah, that was my build up close there. Thought you might want to take a look at that. And this was everybody else's. So again, we had a whole lot of fun on this one. We had a lot of people join in. Like I said, less participation than usual, but that's okay. Like, I think the builds that came out of this were our best builds yet. Like, I love every car that was done on this one. I would be proud to show any of them on my model shelf. And again, I think we had quite a lot of fun here. So we're going to take a couple weeks off, give everybody a chance to catch their breath, and hopefully when we come back at it in a couple of weeks on the 21st to do some finish-up builds and or Mad Max style, that some cool stuff comes of it, and we get some more people to join back in. We get back into the 20-something participants like we did the first couple of rounds, as opposed to the handful. But I mean, really, really nice job, everybody. It was super fun to do again. That's the Healy kit starting. Look at all the cutting he had to do to the firewall there just to get that V8 to fit. Man, then Claff started with this kit he'd actually built a long time ago that he didn't like, that was a NASCAR chassis under a hobby stock body. He stripped the whole thing just to get the engine out of it to build the Crown Vic. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so again, I'll put the links in the description below for the Grassroots Motorsports thread if you want to read through the entire build-up of everybody's models. And again, we start up again on the 21st. So until next time, that's been the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and another episode of Miniatures Mondays.